Live. All right, everyone.
Out of control.
Harry Tom Barras, a.k.a. What were you, a.k.a.? What did we give him a nickname? We gave him a nickname. Jesus.
Just Malacca.
The king.
Malacca.
M-A-L.
M-A-L. Malacca. All right. So, welcome, everyone. We have the gaggle here, except for George Pizarro's. I think George is getting his hair done or permed or something. I'm not sure.
No, he's getting his hair back. He's back shaved.
Well, that'll take a week.
Yeah.
All
right.
He started yesterday.
Oh, Harry's in form tonight. This is good. So we welcome Harry Tom Barras, the legendary Greek there in Upper Cumbukta, West Brisbane. And then we have Giuseppe Terranova, the Casanova, he thinks. And he still hasn't worked out how to put his bloody camera the other way. I don't know. We'll teach him one day. No, the finger's not going to work. And then Babs with this bloody halo. What's going on above you? Are you in heaven or something?
I'm in the same location every week, everyone.
What's it stand for?
It looks like he's floating up to heaven there. Whatever's going on above you.
Big good.
It looks like he's going to heaven. Seriously. It looks like there's a great photo of Andrew Simons and Shane Warne, and it looks like he's in the same room as you, Babs, as we call him. Anyway, we're going to start with the fact that hello, Oliver Lutkins is saying good to see Haas back, as in Harry, I'm assuming.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
You, Malacca.
Hazza.
You got one thing.
Now we've got to start by saying I got this cord in the way. All right, there we are. We've got
we just got to start. Norm, why were you late?
Hang on a minute. You were the last one to join. What are you talking about?
Why were you late? I don't know why you were late. Were you at work or something?
I was actually eating at a Thai restaurant up the road. All right? You want to tell the truth?
Normal.
All right, so that's my reason, Harry. Why is the world on the ground behind you? You've got the world on the ground. Why isn't it hanging up?
Because I haven't been everywhere yet, Norm, like you.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Where's Greece?
So you guys, we're going to start first by talking about Andrew Simons. That was a bit of a shock, wasn't it, when he killed that car accident?
Not good.
Huge.
So we've actually lost 4 greats in a very short. You look at Dean Jones all the way now to Simons. That's 4 in how, I don't know. Is Dean Jones this year or late last year?
It was last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just seems like it's all in one.
It does.
And you know what? They're 4 greats. Like the 4 that went are 4 freaks. If you look at, all Australian players are decent. You know, anyone who plays cricket at that level is a good player. But probably
they're individually.
Yeah, and what they did. Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt. And their age as well is the other thing.
Yeah, they're young, mate, young boys.
Other than Rod Marsh, they're all young.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Mate, they're all our age. Let's be serious.
Right.
Yeah, let's be honest,
Oh, you're okay. You're a couple of years younger. Just. All right.
How old are you?
He's
45, same age as Simons.
Yeah, see?
He could play a hook shot.
And he could bowl too. Spin.
That's true. That's true. I've seen you bowl.
You know what? He used to bowl. He used to bowl.
And you weren't even here.
What?
You copped it last week and you weren't even here.
I cop it all the time. I don't care.
What were you doing last week, Harry? Tom Barras, where were you?
What was I doing last week? I was on holidays. I was down the coast, mate, in the wet.
Getting pissed.
Yes, correct. I went to Magic Round.
No one
cares.
Round.
No one cares.
It was a great night, Manly guy. Woo!
You stole Adam Reynolds. Brisbane stole Adam Reynolds.
What do you mean we stole? We paid for him, you idiot. $1 million a year.
I never forget the day I was in the bloody, I think it was Michael's with me, and it was your bloody son, and Brisbane beat South 50-0, and your son gave it to me. Absolutely gave it to me.
Why would you not?
Well, my son gave it to him last Friday too.
He sent me a text of the. He sent me a text of the score, and I said to him, "Go and headbutt your father."
Now,
Oh,
the big. We're going to talk about the IPL now. Michael, Anastasia, Babs has to be given credit because he did see the Delhi Capitals rise, and it's happened. They're in the.
I listened to it all week, mate. How good he is.
Well, I just can't believe, like, okay, a bit of it's arse, but you look at that side, and you look at Mitch Marsh. He is coming to his own the last couple of games.
He has.
True.
He's won it by himself nearly.
yeah, but the pitchers haven't done anything either.
They don't need to for him. Hits the ball so far and hard that that's what a type of pitch. If it's like that, he is lethal.
Did you just talk about the pitches last week?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
So all right, we're going to go through the IPL tonight. We're going to talk about England because I had. Did you watch my show from last night? I bet you didn't. With David Graveney, I had 2 hours with one of the foremost knowledgeable men of English cricket, the CEO, their managing director, their coach, their assistant coach, their captain, all gone. And now they got Matthew Mott with the women's, originally from Australia, women's team, is now coach of the England short form ODI white ball format, and the men's, of course, is Brendan McCullum. You've got the likes of Ben Stokes as captain now. You've got Rob Key, who I know, chubby guy like me. He's now the managing director of English cricket, and they got a CEO.
Rob Key wasn't a bad player either.
He was a fantastic.
Yeah, it's
player.
all right.
At county level, he killed it. He killed it.
Yeah.
And then you had, of course, Chris Silver with the coach is gone, and you had Paul Collingwood didn't even get considered. Simon Caddis went very, very close. Apparently, we didn't get it. And then you've got a guy called Tom Harrison, who I've met, who's no longer the CEO as of June, and they've had a complete clean out. It's just quite incredible. It's just amazing turnaround. And they've named the England squad as well. So we're going to talk about the IPL. We're going to talk about the English squad. Then we'll talk about some of the Australian movements as well. And, of course, Himanshu Rahel is always here. And he says, if Tim David is picked in the Australia T20 World Cup, it's a strong side, Australian side. It would be, yes. Tim David does look the goods, but whether they really is in favour, I don't know. But we'll talk about that. So we're going to talk about IPL first. We'll talk about English cricket, and we'll get a bit into that, and then we'll talk about Australian stuff. Andrew Simons, we can add to at any stage.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So IPL. It looks as though Gujarat and Lucknow are through with Rajasthan Royals. Would you agree?
Yeah. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
2 games to go.
Yep.
Games to go.
Is there 2 games to go?
Well, I think there's more than that. I think it's 5, isn't it?
There's 3.
No, as in everyone's played 13. What do you
That's
play?
right.
15?
They played 13 each.
Yeah.
They played 2 rounds, so they'll play 18 games.
Mate,
So there's-
even from
There's
8
five-
from 8 up, they can make it. Really?
Well, actually, there's 5 games left. There's 5 games left.
5.
5. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
Even the 9th team can make it, mate. They're on 8 points.
Oh yeah, but tough. I
It's
reckon.
gonna be, everything has to fall into place.
Yeah, but mathematically, they can still make it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's going to take a big effort, but logically,
Top 4?
but Gujarat, Lucknow, and Rajasthan seem to be in the top 4. It's the
Yeah.
4th team that's the decision-making team.
Yeah, well.
And then 2 games ago, the side that I picked, their forward against was pretty poor. They've actually they're in the green now.
Yeah.
Amazing turnaround, really.
Yeah.
And tonight's game is KKR versus Super Giants, and Ridham Saha looks like he's out. He's played quite well, actually. But it's not really. Well, if KKR lose tonight, they're gone, Harry.
Gone. I think gone. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
gone. So let's go back to it. Gujarat, Lucknow, and Rajasthan. Let's assume those 3 get through. Mumbai, Chennai, they're gone, haven't they? They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
I think Punjab, even though they can mathematically get through, they're gone too.
That's my
Getting beaten by Delhi. Sorry?
That was my team, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. They'll make it.
Hang on a minute. Now let's get this right. I was Kolkata Knight Riders. Giuseppe, who are you? The girl Friday Floozies. Who was your team?
I'm Rajasthan Royals.
That's right. You're through. Michael, stop texting. And what was your team again? You were Punjab, I thought.
Yeah, I'm Punjab, mate.
So Harry, we gave you someone else.
Yeah, we gave you Mumbai Indians, mate. They're last.
No, Lucknow. We gave him Lucknow. That's right. Or was it Harry? Oh.
No. Harry.
No, that's
Harry.
Cyrus.
Yeah, Harry. Yeah, Harry got the dead last because we just
You weren't there.
He's always last to show up.
You know what?
I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this a note, and we're going to note this for later. Okay.
I thought you did last time. You
I
did last time.
I did. Well, I know. I remember it. Norman KKR. Right. Then we had Giuseppe.
That was George.
He was Lucknow. I'm pretty sure.
Because he was the same as me. Then he chose someone different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Giuseppe is RR. Okay. And then Babs was you were PBKS, weren't you?
Yeah. Number 7, my favorite number too.
Oh, here we go.
Who knows what happens?
Yeah.
And then George was, or Doofus as he calls himself, was Lucknow. I'm pretty sure he was Lucknow. And Harry, we gave you the worst team this year.
That's all right.
Mumbai Indians, but they won the most comps ever, though. They're not exactly slouches. All right, that's where
he does his best work on the bottom in here.
Mate, they've won.
Is that right?
That's what I heard.
Now, Malacca, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard. I ignored shit.
Okay. Babs, what's it?
Let's talk about something else. Yeah, go on.
Babs, are you in heaven? I've got this. What is going on with those lights above your head? What is going on? I'm in heaven. Giuseppe, stop typing. What are you doing?
He's looking at stats.
I thought you had actually taken a photo of who we had picked.
Yeah, he wrote it down. I'm sure he did this last week.
I'm sure I'm right.
He probably didn't
I'm sure I'm right with 4 of us. It's just Harry was doubtful about. We'll give him one more. It's not
all good.
Here we go. Anastasia Punjab. I was Rajasthan. George Lucknow. Harry Mumbai, and Norm, you were Kolkata.
So that's exactly what I've got there. So it's correct.
There we go. See, I told you I found it.
At least someone's all over it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. I read the freaking thing. I'm right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, mate. You keep talking around in circles.
Trying to find dart, bro. Fuck.
I tell you what. When we go there, right? You're going to be wearing the jerseys, and we're going to be, you're going to be laughed at because Kolkata Riders will have.
Hey, look at my fingers, guys. I've still got it. Look how they come out. Look how it comes out.
I just see a ball in it. Get a ball in your hand. Show us. Go down the lounge room floor, hit the window, and break it.
Yeah, no, I've got to watch. I've got me no undies on.
All right, we're all over. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Anyway,
joking.
Himanshu Rahela always said he's pretty good. He says DC are the 4th team to qualify. At this point, Delhi Capitals are most likely to be the one that's going to.
They're the informed side. If you look at me, they're the informed side that's scripted into 4th spot.
Yeah.
And they're playing.
You don't. Yeah. I still reckon 5 and 6 have got a chance, mate.
Oh, they have.
Oh, yeah.
7. Like, you don't know. On the day.
You're only one loss. You're only one win close to loss.
Of getting out. Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
No, but at the moment, of course, RCB, which is Bangalore, are 5th and 6th. Well, Sunrisers is also gone. Really, I only think that PBKS is the only other chance, but they're probably not going to make it now either. So really, we are looking at RCB, but on stats, both when they're out, these things stay in. So, but then we've got an interesting bunch of teams left with the form that Josh Butler was in at the beginning of the season was commendable. Who didn't make the test side, by the way.
And now he's just gone backwards.
Yeah, he seems to have slid down since the first few games. That's a bit of a worry. And then you've got, which is disappointing because Rajasthan Royals were right in the. I think we're going to see a new franchise get up, Gujarat or Lucknow, but we'll wait and see. Delhi Capitals can keep going. You're right. So, Babs, your money's on DC to win, huh? Is it?
Yeah, I reckon DC will have fourth, and based on their form, hoping they're going to win 4 from 5 games. I would say maybe 3 from 5. If they do that, they'll get in the 4th spot. Because don't forget all those sides below them, they've got to play each other. So someone eventually is going to be out of the contest.
Their net run's better than 5th and 6th, mate.
And it wasn't 2 games ago.
Yeah, I know.
So we've got a new fellow on deck here, Asad Mirza. Hi, brother. Great cricket show from Pakistan. There we have a new injection.
Nice.
Have you guys ever watched? Sorry?
I agree with you, Norm. I reckon Gujarat will win. I think they'll take out the competition.
They look like
you look at them; they're far too strong. The way they've played over the course so far, they don't even look like that they're going to get beat.
That's true. And Hardik Pandya has got a lot to prove. He was dropped from the Indian squads, both short and long form, and he went and he was given the opportunity to captain this particular new franchise. He's taken it with both hands, and he seems to really have jumped ahead.
I've got a question for you coming as we get the back end of the semi-finals. Bat first or bat second? Is there a
great question?
What are they like? We look at the last World Cup, and everyone's going to bring it up anyhow, and everyone has the last 5 episodes. Bat first, bat second, win the toss, you win the game. Basically, do we know what the stats are at the moment, or?
Well, a lot of teams have actually started to win batting first. Actually, suddenly, so there's a bit of a turnaround that's gone on. I don't know why, but it seems to have happened where there's a bit of a turnaround gone on for sure.
Yeah.
So at the start, it was bat second and win.
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
I was
true.
thinking and they reckon the wickets are going to start to turn.
Yeah.
So it might make a difference, mate.
Well, they're playing on very different locations. They're playing in Ahmedabad. Which is a huge ground. It almost holds 140,000 people.
Wow.
And that's huge. It is huge. And that's a spinning wicket. And they're going to be playing in Kolkata as well, which they've not played any games. And that's generally pretty much a batting paradise, to be honest. So this is Sorry?
It'll be a new wicket if they haven't played it.
Exactly. So it's going to be very interesting. It's very interesting indeed, actually.
Okay.
Because they've been playing so far only in Mumbai at Wankhede Stadium and Brabourne, as well as Divi Patel, and they've got the Pune grounds as well, which is not very far away, and they're on the southwest or central west coast of India, whereas the grounds we're talking about now, Ahmedabad's much further north. Well, it's pretty much further north, and then on the east coast is Kolkata. So it is a bit of a stretch in terms.
Where's the final?
Ahmedabad, which is the biggest ground. It's brand new.
So interesting to see how that plays then.
Right, so have you seen pictures of it? It has the most ridiculous amount of seating. Not covered roofs though, but it's just seating.
It's open seating. Yeah.
140,000 at least. It's mega huge. They've got another stadium called Salt Lake City Stadium, which is a funny name, in Kolkata, which holds virtually 200,000 people. And I've been there for an opening ceremony for an IPL, and it was the most ridiculous concrete structure I've ever seen. It was scary. It looked like it was like a ship.
How do you, because everyone's been to the MCG, SCG, Gabba, and 40,000, whatever, it's a nightmare to get in and to get out. What does 200,000 people do?
Oh, the day I went there, it was absolutely pissing down. It was mayhem, and it was full. And I was lucky. I was in a corporate type box, and I had a good view, and I was nicely sheltered. But there were people getting drenched everywhere. But they were all there, though. They were all there.
Yeah.
There was a 200,000 seater. It was just
That's
massive.
a lot of people, like.
You know what? You know what's big in Kolkata? Do you realise they are absolutely mad about soccer in Kolkata?
Yeah, they've got a super soccer league over there now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they pay big money. They pay big
Yeah,
money.
yeah, they do. Remember you asked me about that, Norm, about 5-6 years ago?
Yes. We had guys that were asking for players to go there.
Yeah, players to go there.
Yeah.
They get
Really?
there.
Wow.
It was a
and you
huge.
didn't ask me.
Someone who can play soccer, not play with his balls. There's a difference there.
Oh, gee.
Here we go.
Here we go. The scorer. That's your name, the scorer.
But actually, your manager, Giuseppe, was what? George, was he at the time? George wouldn't have counted a 10. He lost the plot. Cole Jamison will be a big threat in England. There we go. Oliver Lutkins is on that. Oliver Lutkins, who loves Harry, obviously. And we've got Manchester United fan Ashwin Kartik. He's back again.
Ashwin's back. Where are you tonight? Where's Ashwin?
Yeah, he comes on when I'm on, mate. Me and United stick together.
Yeah.
My love.
All right, so okay, let's get back to this. We've got the IPL. Okay, Ahmedabad Stadium is not as big as Salt Lake City Stadium, but Salt Lake City Stadium is not a cricket ground, by the way. It's a soccer ground. They only had the opening ceremonies there. They got another ground in Kolkata called Eden Gardens, which is like the Mecca. Amazing ground. So Ahmedabad Stadium it's only been brought to life, I think, or made new about less than 6 to 12 months ago now, and it had a couple of games last year, but it didn't show its true effect. But it's an amazing ground, and the coloration of the seats is to behold. So it'll be great to watch that. That's where the final will be. But we've got COVID in Australia. They've got COVID rampant there. They still haven't quite gone over it, so that's why they've been quite restrictive. But yeah, look, the money, 90 crores. Do you realise how much 90 crores? One team has in their kitty 90 crores. That's like 40, 50 million.
Far out.
For one season. That's a lot of money.
How many players? Where do they get their money from?
$1.5 billion population. Do you need to explain that? If each one of them buys $1 worth of...
A lot of rich people in India, mate.
Yeah.
And when you say rich, they're not Australian rich, mate. They're Indian rich, which is, we talk billions.
Well, that Mukesh Ambani, who is, I think he owns Mumbai Indians, or at least he makes out his wife owns it. He has an apartment block, which is his own home, which is over $1 billion to build.
Mate, when we were in Greece, in one of the islands, one of the boats that went into the harbour, took up half the harbour, was owned by an Indian, 2 Indian brothers who were in their telcos. They own a telco.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do, mate. Big money, mate.
Nice hat, Giuseppe. I don't know. Now, Oliver Lutkins and BBLs are better than IPL. That's not. No, come on. You're kidding me. Hello, Madrid. What's this?
Last one?
Nah, stop that.
All right, so we'll go back to the Independent. Well, let's get back to that. All right, so we have a situation there where we've got 3 teams quite through. Delhi Capitals in the box seat at the moment. RCB floundering a little bit, but are still around. There's a bit PBKS and the like. Sunrise, a bit of a chance, but they're not going to make it. Realistically, it's going to be those top 3 that'll probably even decide the winner, unless Delhi can come through. So, Babs, you're going to go for Delhi for this. Your pick is Delhi now.
The side that's sitting 4th was my pick last week. I'm going to keep with that side.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think, Jeb? What's your take on the finals?
I don't know. I think the top 3 will stay. I do. But I don't know. I reckon the Knight Riders might make it.
Well, they're going to have to win everything they play from now on, effectively. They can't afford to lose something.
Yeah,
Who are they playing? Let's have a look at it.
Do you reckon the top team can keep that up for another 7 games?
It's 2020 cricket. I know form matters a lot. You just need one player. It's open. Anyone can win. I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking out here, like, even 8, if they're on a roll, like, they could win 5 out of 5, mate. You don't know.
You don't.
No,
know.
you don't.
No, you're right. You're right. There are a lot of teams that have this wet sail at the end that comes through out of nowhere, and Delhi's likely to be the one. So KKR, Colin Knight Riders playing Super Giants tonight, like now. It's a big match. KK have to win, otherwise they can forget about it. Then followed by RC, but then RCB play Gujarat, again, the top side. If they don't win, they're out. So those two teams, I'm predicting they're going to win those games, actually, KKR and RCB, purely because of the hunger will be there for those teams to win. Then you have Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings. Rajasthan Royals just romp that in.
Win that.
Yeah, now they're through. Then the last 2 games, really, Mumbai versus Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals cannot afford to even think about losing that match.
No.
They have to win that. But Mumbai played well in the last match. They did very, very well last night. Daniel Sams and Riley Meredith played. They both bowled very well. They actually came through.
They have the worst run rate by a long way.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, it's a 50-50 game, mate. Like, I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll be honest with you. I reckon Mumbai will beat Delhi.
Well, that means Delhi are out then, if that's the case.
We don't like honesty, Giuseppe.
I'll have a look and reckon KKR the chance. And you said that as well, Giuseppe, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. But look,
If you say KKR, so is every side on 12 then.
That's right.
You can't just say KKR on because the other 2 are on 12.
You can go from 8. If you win 4 out of 5 from 8, mate, you'll be in the top 4. Easy.
Yeah.
You'll get pretty close.
But what I'm talking
But
about.
KK have to win tonight and win very, very well.
Not
Has to be a
necessarily.
big-
They've still got a good run rate.
They've got a good run rate compared to the other ones.
Yeah, compared to everyone else around them, there's pretty good.
What you need to happen is DC and RCB need to lose 1 or 2 games. Then those other 3 sides
that's right.
until if they all win, it means nothing. But I guess probably the next 2 games we'll see. It'll look better about 2.
Yeah.
Maybe next week will look so much better.
Then you're only looking at 6 points, mate, and then you can work it out like, probably the bottom 4 have got no chance then.
Yeah.
That's true. Very true. All right, but we are looking at the top 3 being through.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It's only the 4th spot that's up for contention here.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Now-
at the end of the day, whoever makes the 4, it'll be.
How does it work, Norm? 1 plays 2 or 1 plays 4? And 2 plays
1
3.
plays 4. Or is it 1 plays 4? I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it's only 2 semi, right? It's a 2 semi, 1, 4, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 4, 2, 3. Which means Delhi can pull it out.
Correct. Anyone who's in 4th spot, you win 2 games, you won it. Not
Correct.
that hard.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like anyone can win it. If you make the 4,
You're in with the show, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you got 1 in 4 chances.
Well,
All right.
yeah. It's happened
So,
before.
okay, I want you to tell me now because we want to make it an early prediction. Babs is saying Delhi Capitals. That's it. I don't want to hear any more. They're going to win, right? Their momentum's following through.
I'll put my money where my mouth is. There, done.
Right.
Who?
Right.
No money.
2 cents.
With who?
Harry?
You guys, everyone here.
No. Who'd you take?
DC,
Delhi.
Delhi Capitals. But I picked them 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I know. You know what? I reckon I'll take 3. LSG.
We're not talking about your Chinese mill has MSG. We said LSG. Was that LSG or MSG? What was that?
MSG, bro.
Monosodium glutamate. That's what you have in your Chinese mill up the road there. Bloody.
Oh,
It's what you had in your Thai dinner just before. That's where you're a bit slow.
yeah, big MSG.
What are you eating? Okay. All right. So, okay. Harry's got LSG. Babs has got Delhi Capitals. Giuseppe's going to say Rajasthan Royals, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's fair.
No,
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, my KKR's not there. So.
No, you got to still hang on. You got to still stick of them. They got a chance.
KKR.
They've got a chance to make the finals, and I reckon if they make them, they've got a good chance of winning.
Well, that bloody what's his name, Andre Russell. Jesus, doesn't even have the ball.
Yeah. Look, and at the end of the day, Knight Riders have a good history with this competition.
They do.
You know what's funny about batting? 20 years ago, you look at most sides, they might have one big hitter, right?
They all hit
now. You
all of them.
Look at some of the national sides. There's probably 5 or 6 blokes that hit the ball a mile.
Okay, I'll get my hat. Hang on.
Now we've got an Indian living in northern Queensland calling Malacca. Yeah.
There you go. You happy now?
He's happy now.
And actually, hey, the reflection's gone.
The only good thing about this is that you'll finish 6th.
All right. Okay. So, okay, because going down on record now, I'm going to put it in this post so we can come back later and watch it.
All
NK
right.
is KKR. We got Babs is DC.
Yeah, good.
It'll be so funny next week when we go through this. So I think we're all going to be alive next week. I think so.
Yeah, Malacca. Spelling's probably not right. Okay, is MSG, I'm going to call it. We'll know what that is. And Giuseppe is not okay. Giuseppe is we don't even have to really say this.
Hey, Giuseppe, you know you're going to get done next week in the cup, eh?
What did George pick? We'll give him Mumbai. No.
What's his side? Whatever his side is.
No, he was Gujarat. Give it Gujarat.
He's still alive.
He'll go Gujarat because he picked them.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Real Madrid won.
So imagine having 90 crores, like in the tens of millions of dollars in one season. And you know what happens? They don't spend. Apparently, they say only 30 or 40 or maybe 50 gets spent. They've got 40 left over. And what they do, for example, when COVID was on a couple of years ago, all the players from the various teams, instead of going home directly, they went to the Maldives and spent a week there at a 7-star hotel. All the players, their officials, the IPLs said, right, go off and have fun there for a week.
Tough.
That's so much money. They give them cars. They give them, in some cases, houses. But that's not officially the amount of money we see. It's extravagance. Like they fly their entire family from cousins right through, all over. They do. Yeah.
I'm looking for a brand new car now, Norm.
Well, then go there and make something of yourself here. No. Give yourself a name, and you're already getting a bit of a.
You've got a name at Queensland Cricket.
But you haven't got 240,000 views from one of your videos yet, so on. And all I did, I was in the car park with buses behind me talking about Andrew Simons. I think I said Hervey Bay as opposed to Harvey or something.
No, to be honest, we couldn't see the bus, mate.
Wow.
That's Harry. That's a tinge bit of jealousy. Jealousy is a curse. It brings out the fangs.
How you have thumbs up? I did thumbs down.
To what? To Norm?
His video. Yeah.
His video.
Yeah, thumbs down. Yeah.
Jealousy. When you get 240 squillion bloody views, do you come and talk to me?
When you come on time at 8 o'clock and don't keep us waiting 5 minutes.
And stop eating.
What is this? What's YNWA? Is it YMCA? Is that what it is, or what's that?
You'll never walk again.
You're a dream.
Ashwin Karthik, would you please elaborate on your abbreviation? What the hell's YNWA?
It's a big
walk again. It's soccer.
You'll never walk alone. It's a slogan for Liverpool.
Oh.
Come on.
Sam Curran, Dabash's Mahati's in. He's always got a bit of a voice. They're having all these side conversations without us, by the way, about Tim. Everybody loves Tim David. I don't think the Australian selectors know who he is.
They don't. No one knows who he is. And you know what? He's too raw.
Norm, I want to know who Harry Brook is from Yorkshire, mate.
If you watched my show last night, you would have found all about him because David and Granny talked about him all day.
Okay. We'll talk about it now.
I was in bed sleeping.
Malaka.
See, Albie Juju, he knows what he's talking about. There you go.
Yep, he
Albie
does.
Juju.
Poor bloke.
What are we jealous about?
Yeah, who's jealous, by the way?
Norm blocking the puck.
All right.
Okay, so Harry Brook is a sensation. He's apparently leading scorer at the moment in county cricket. Young bloke, up and comer, will probably bat high in the order. Will probably force his way in. It looks as
I'm
though
glad they picked Crawley again, but
I like him.
so do I.
Yeah, I think he's got class. And then this Lees, I haven't seen the best of him, so I don't know. But I reckon Ben Stokes. I reckon he now has a lot of volition. He's going to try extremely hard. Not that he hasn't before.
I reckon he'll be a good mate.
Oh God, yeah. And Brendan McCullum as a coach.
Yeah,
They're going to leave nothing in the tank.
very similar the way they play, mate.
No, they'll have that never say die attitude now because Brendan McCullum was in your face 24/7, and that's what the captain does now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Well, look at them. And Joe Root can sit back and just score centuries, not worry about his team anymore.
And Joe Root should not be vice captain. He should
No.
step away. He can be part of the leadership group and help if needed.
just
But
bat.
he's not part of the decisions on the field. He can't
Just
be.
Well, explain to me why Steve Smith is vice captain. Explain to me why that's happened.
I
He
think
shouldn't have been either.
because his brain. I think he's got more of a brain than Root has. That's the only reason. And there's no one else in that Australian side you could become vice captain, I don't think, right now.
No,
Can't be Warner.
and at the end of the day, Steve Smith's a much better cricketer than Cummins will ever be.
Yes. And probably more of a captain's brain. We need a captain.
Yeah.
I think Cummins is, and let's be serious. No, I'm not being. How many bowlers do you really know in the
That are
game
good
that's be
leaders?
captain, mate? He needs
No.
someone there with some experience.
Waqar Yunus on Monday
The only
night
one.
at that event, he talked about it.
Bob
Like,
Willis.
And Imran Khan, but
Of course.
Yeah, but they were. But Imran Khan, you could say he's an all-rounder, mate.
He was.
yeah,
There's not many bowlers who are captains that have been successful as a
No,
captain.
you're right. You're right. You're totally right. Like, how can you, at the moment they get injured or need to be rotated, you can't have them out of the side. So,
But
Albie
who's
Juju,
going to have Warner?
well, he was not captain because of other reasons, not because he wasn't good enough.
I
But
think
who would you have? Vice captain, who would you have?
you haven't.
you-
That's why Steve Smith's vice captain. That's
There's
why
no
Steve
one.
Smith. There's no one there.
Mate, if anything happened to Cummins, you'd have to put Smith as captain, mate.
Yeah, but
They
Smith,
wouldn't do that.
does he deserve to be captain again after what happened previously?
oh, but hang on.
You can't say, yeah. I know what you're going to say. Giuseppe.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you sort of.
Giuseppe,
Yeah, he
you
did
played under
something.
some dodgy captains too, mate.
Yeah, but he did
Let's be
something
Very
wrong.
dodgy.
Yeah,
Very dodgy.
yeah.
He was
Don't get me
captain.
wrong. He did something wrong, but,
And vice captain.
and he paid for the
Yes.
client.
Move on.
How
Move
many-
on.
you got-
Okay,
you-
all right.
you got South
I agree. I agree, mate.
Okay. Get off your. Get off. I mean, I know you. I don't know what Steve Smith, your his boyfriend or something. I don't know what's going. All right. Okay.
Don't be jealous. He's a great cricketer.
Do you think? I don't care. Michael, would you look up? I don't know what you're looking at. Are you looking at some porn or something? What are you
I'm looking at
looking
the question. I'm here, Malaka.
Well, read it out.
Do you think captaincy affect Ben Stokes batting, or is it
No.
going to be better?
Better. I reckon it'll be better.
Okay. As a captain, okay, I reckon some players it does affect them. So Joe Roof now not being the captain, I reckon he's going to score many more runs than he was as a captain.
Let's try and play those shit shots he gets out on.
Yeah.
Ben
I
Stokes.
think he's going to be more of a reserved attacking.
Yes.
He's going to be
Yeah.
attacking a bit more reserved.
He'll be better. He'll be better.
Probably will end up scoring more runs.
Correct. I
Yeah.
agree. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
they still need to bowl. That's the problem.
No, I think their problem's always been their batting, mate. I look at their side. Their side's a batting side that can't score runs. Look at the top three. The top three in England are a joke.
That's why they brought Anderson and Broadback, mate, so he doesn't have to bowl as much.
Yeah, but
He's
Anderson
going to go down a spot too. Isn't he going to go down a spot as well?
Apparently.
So where's he going to bat? 6?
7, isn't it?
Well, if you look at they've got this Harry Brook coming into the play, and that Jack Lees, they've got Zach Crawley, they've got Root, and he could
Root's
still
got
bat.
to bat. Why the hell does Root bat 4? The best batsman in his side's got to bat
He's
3.
bat at 3, mate.
He's got to bat at 3.
But he doesn't want to. He doesn't
He
like
should. He's got to have guts. He's got to do a ponting. He's got to be 3.
Mate, how many good bats? Look, you guys played with a good number 3.
Who was that? I can't remember.
Me.
It's just when he was up the other. Oh, we had this DH person. Oh god, what was his name again?
Good teammates, you blokes, huh?
DH3.
240 on Caliber Oval. That's all we hear about. Jesus. Oh,
And you scored all of those, man.
Harry, I was too busy being chased by Saroja back home.
Hey, we still talk about that every time me and Harry talk shit. That comes up. A few other things.
That's the first time I've seen a man shit his pants.
When did you tell me that story again? Where were we? When you were up here, where do we have that story again? I remember you talking about it.
Well, I was down there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about that, H? I think
It's
all of us
true.
shit ourselves.
Yeah, she was there.
No, okay. All right, I'm just getting. So let's have it. Root has a tendency here to bat at 4, so I don't think he can bat at 4. He does bat at 4. Sorry, he's got it wrong. Okay, I'll look at this. All right. People say it's time for Jimmy Anderson to retire. What do you guys think?
If there's no one better, he retires. Is there
There's
anyone
got
better?
to be. There's got to be.
There's not. I don't think there is, mate.
They got injuries galore.
Oh, mate. The amount of bowlers that they would produce,
You
and they're
think?
still going with him.
But look at the West Indies tour. They bowled like bananas.
Hey, where's that young fella that was it Rabda or whatever his name is?
Who?
Rabda?
Joffrey Archer. Joffrey Archer.
Yeah, Joffrey Archer. Where's he?
Injured.
Well,
isn't
he had a chronic elbow injury, and he's back playing lesser cricket at the moment, and he's getting there.
Mate, I remember when he played against Australia, he did us all over.
Yeah. Yeah. He's quick.
Yeah.
Hey, talking about bowling, did you see that guy bowling the other night?
Yeah, the action.
Malinga.
Chucker.
There's my hang on. There's my right hand there. No ball.
The chucker.
No ball. Yeah.
But hang on. You guys have been to Sri Lanka. In fact, we all have.
They all chuck.
No, that's
You're just blowing my Sri Lankan audience part of this, Nate.
Why?
They have to switch off.
no. Look, hey, we're here to make
but Harry owns Harry bought half a candy with all those bloody t-shirts he bought. Oh, Jesus.
That was your wife's fault.
We left all our gear there. Remember we left our gear? I remember leaving cricket loads of heaps of gear there.
Yeah. Remember where was it? Where Kushal Gunasagra had his place down there at Senegama?
Oh, the cricket academy.
Yeah. Those young kids.
Young kid. He's probably playing in the national team, mate. He's
One of the kids we saw is in the squad. You're right. But not that guy.
What was the name of the captain, the Sri Lankan captain before the one now, the young fella? He played against us. I bowled him that day. They scored 400. He was on 99.
Well, that was the only wicket that fell probably on that day, I think.
There was a couple.
But Michael didn't play the game. Michael didn't play the game. That's the reason why it's 400.
Michael had boing boing.
Remember that day we went to that person's house? Remember
the
house?
What I was talking about.
Like, but how small the house was, remember?
Yeah. It's an eye opener.
Yeah.
Was that the one that had no shoes on?
Yeah,
that's the one that we went and bought him shoes and
we got him a school bag or something, and we got him shoes.
He wouldn't let go of the cricket. Remember that?
And then he got the cricket bat and he wouldn't let
the
it
bat
go.
was bigger than him.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm trying to remember Harry's batting. What was your notable innings in that tour? Did you get a notable innings, Harry?
Harry's name's Tabaret.
Mate, I took a screamer of a catch at Gaul. Do you remember that one, Norm? On the boundary?
Actually, I do that. I do that. Remember.
Actually, and believe it or not, I did too. And then fucking busted myself in the outfield.
I forget all these things.
I remember Giuseppe getting his 100 though at a nondescript cricket club. That was I remember.
We heard it all the way home.
Oh, I've got a headache now. Still hearing about
14 hours on the plane.
Got to go 10,000 kilometers to 100. Fuck me.
Did you get anyone to the toilet, Michael? No, you were too busy shitting yourself on the toilet, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't me. That was Giuseppe and Harry. I got sick.
I didn't get sick.
Giuseppe must have got sick. I never got sick.
Yeah, I got sick.
Harry's fan club's come back. It's making me sick. Say hi, Mel.
But what was it? You had scored runs at Pelicelli.
Yeah, I scored.
Say hi. Got to say his name.
I did.
Say it.
That's weird.
Say hi, Malacca. Say Malacca. Hi.
Malacca, how's going?
All right.
He played for the other team too, for the the young guys too. Don't forget in the 2020.
That's where he scored the runs.
Now,
because remember you had bought those pads and you had to take them back.
Dabash's Mahadi knows I don't like Travis Head. I don't think much of him.
I reckon he's a good player, mate.
Do you really? Isn't he a bit flash in the pan? He plays one good innings and then a whole lot of crap innings.
I reckon if he gets a bit more confidence, mate, he'll score runs.
The last Test series, he was a standout, mate.
Do you know what they need?
Kawaja was a standout.
Hang on. No, Kawaja. Was it the last or the one before that when he scored the runs in the order?
It was in Australia.
He was a standout, and he came out playing aggressive cricket, and he got the game going forward.
Yeah, but if he gets 2-3 knocks, scoring runs, they got to let him go, mate.
Yeah, but the problem is that
I don't rate him. I'm sorry, I do not rate him. I can't rate him.
Well, who do you put there?
Oh, look, there's plenty of other players coming through you can put there. Anyway, is Tim David Australian or Singaporean? Is he? I think it was Hong Kong. Oh, I don't know which one. Where's he from?
Don't know. He might be Kiwi.
Oh, I don't have a bit of a fight here. Albert Juju, he's a human being. Okay, Ashwin, let Albert Juju go.
You're Man United fan, mate. Don't be like that.
Ashwin Hakarthik loves comparing players. Ben Stokes versus Jadeja.
Oh, Jadeja. Oh, come on. Hands down.
How can you? One's a bowler and one's really a batsman bowler.
Yeah.
Hands down. He's a good fieldsman too.
Jadeja can hit a ball as well, and he can field.
Yeah. And he's got a great record.
Oh, mate. He's a great bowler.
Yeah.
Although he was given the captaincy of CSK throughout the season, they didn't do well, and he relinquished it back to Dhoni.
Some guys are not captains, mate. Not always your best player should be your captain.
Yeah, we had a meeting about that at Saints. You weren't invited that day. Babs?
Oh, no. Hang on a minute. You ready for this?
What?
Ready? Oh, my God.
No! It's bad.
What's happening, boys?
How many beers have you had?
I only had one.
Really?
Yeah. I was at a comedy show.
Who'd you see?
Judith Lucy.
Okay.
Oh, she's
good.
It was okay. It wasn't too bad.
Amy and I saw who's the bald comedian? Amy and I saw him in Newcastle about 2 months ago.
Harry Tombaros? Oh, no.
No, the bald guy, skinny bald guy.
Carl Barron.
Yes, we saw him.
He's pretty funny.
He's good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
You had fun?
Yeah, it was good.
You laughed, yeah?
Ashwin Karthik saying hi.
Yes, Ashwin, we are. We still got to one. We've got to get 1 point. 1 point. That's all.
Who are you playing?
Norwich.
Oh, you get that point.
Norwich away. So
you should get that.
You'll park the bus and get the points.
So what's on your T-shirt, Doofus?
It's all right, Giuseppe. 2 out of 4 is not bad.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Norm? Do you like my T-shirt?
What's going on there?
Those meddling kids.
All right, George, we need to confirm it.
You got a long way to go yet, Malika.
They're meddling.
About 500 questions ago, we were talking about the IPL, and we were talking about Giuseppe's Rajasthan Royals, Malacca, which is, I've got old Harry here, is LSG, Babs is DC, I'm KKR, and you were Gujarat?
No, Lucknow.
We will. Okay, both you and Harry are both Lucknow then.
Oh, what? Harry was Mumbai Indians we gave him.
Yeah, no.
We said that. We said that. We're gonna correct that. We're gonna make you.
Hey, Doofus, he had a dummy spit, so we have to give him some of the
I
He
bet
didn't
he did. I bet he did. It's all right, H. Don't worry about it.
It's better than Doofus's hat. Sure.
Oh, come on. Ashwin.
Thanks for that, Ashwin.
Nah,
Too bad they're going to come second, no, Giuseppe.
it's bad luck. They're going to lose against Madrid.
Nah, they won't.
Yeah, 2 out of 4 is not too bad, Giuseppe. 2 out of 4.
2 out of 3 is better.
It'll be 3 out of 4, mate.
I want to know what Michael's looking at. He's looking at porn again. What is this?
I'm looking at the questions here. I'm actually proactive, making a difference.
Don't be stupid.
That's bullshit. We know it.
Test cricket, no ability. Sri Lanka, Pakistan, West Indies, Bangladesh. Now, hang on, Rasul Hassan. That's not true.
Oh, no. That quick bowler from Pakistan, he's doing well.
From India. Umran Malik's from India.
No, the one that played against Australia.
Shaheen Afridi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a great bowler.
for Pakistan. Sri Lanka haven't got much at the moment. West
And
Indies.
Well,
have been up-
Angelo Matthews got 199 just the other day.
Hang on.
Yeah, but against Bangladesh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bangladesh. Even I could score left-handed scoring 200.
Oh, here we go. You and your left-handed. What is this? What do you think you're that bloody good? Jesus Christ.
No, come on.
He
It's
could
Bangladesh,
score
mate.
240,
120.
mate.
I reckon I could hit the ball off the square against them.
Well, even I agree that one.
So I've lost all my Sri Lankan viewers and Bangladeshi viewers. Not because Jesus.
But you know what? It's like everything. I think everyone goes around in circles. You look at some of the great sides. Look, you look at the West Indies. They haven't been the
I don't know
same.
about the West Indies. Mate. They've got problems over there.
Yeah.
But hang on. Let's quickly make a point about Bangladesh. A guy called Mustafa Rahim has now got 5,000 test runs. The other guy, Tamim Iqbal's very close to scoring 5,000 test runs. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, what's their
You
average?
can't- You can't
What's
take
their
it
average?
away from them. but
40.
come on, Norm.
40.
40's not too bad. 40's, but if that's 40's probably mid-range as a decent test batsman, right?
Oh,
Hang
better
on,
than
put it into
mid-range.
context, though.
No,
Have a look at
because-
the last comment. Have a look at the last comment, Babs.
What? Yeah, Michael is going to be out for dark every single time. Oh, hello. Is that Michael? It must be talking about.
Does he actually know what my high score is and what I can do? Or not?
Albie Juju knows everything. Albie Juju knows everything.
Albie Juju, can I just ask you a question? Type it. What's your highest score ever? Type it on here so
Albie
we
Juju,
know.
with a name like Albie Juju, is probably more than you.
I'll be Juju. Even in the backyard, I reckon he scored more.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. What do you think? How big a Bangladeshi backyard? It's not that big. No, that's not true. All right.
But seriously, Norm, get back to the 5,000 test runs. All right. You can put into context those 5,000 runs. Who are they scored against? Really?
Oh, what does it matter? What bloody?
Well, they're not playing Australia very often. They're not playing the better nations.
Yeah, now who was it
Test
against?
runs and test runs. Come on.
No, you can't.
Come on. It's like scoring 240 in bloody C3 and scoring 10 in a bloody.
Yeah, test,
Like,
On
Test match,
Calamvale Oval too.
you know.
Hey, you know what's funny about you idiots? You guys played there as well, and you guys were lucky to score anything. So how bad must you guys have been?
I didn't have to.
We're not saying they're good.
I did
Right,
that.
I wasn't good.
He's
Proudy,
putting back because he hogged the strike all the time. That's why.
33. What's wrong with that?
Lucky. Hey, remember that game? He's batted for friggin' 50 overs for how many runs?
33 all day.
50 overs.
Yeah, but Proudy scored 100, mate. If it wasn't for me, it would have got out for 10.
Oh, here we go. If it wasn't for me, that's a famous line.
You start.
Hey, Harry, you took the shine off the ball, mate, for him.
Correct.
When you guys get 240,000 views for your video, talk to me.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Actually, I'm starting to like
9240 you got more in viewers.
Ashwin's a very smart man. I like Ashwin.
So what is Mitchell's Ashwin saying? What is Mitchell Johnson doing? He is my all-time favourite Australian bowler. I hope he doesn't pass away like the rest of them are. Jesus.
No, come on now.
Australia, I think.
He's still in Perth, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Norman is hatred of Travis Head. Does that mean I'm hated or I hate him?
No, you don't like him.
I don't. I must be honest.
Yeah, but I think Mitchell Johnson's still in Perth.
Yeah. I don't think he's. He does some commentating on the ABC.
Does he?
Yeah, for the test matches and stuff. So when the Perth test's on, I think he does that. So yeah.
Arun Singh's asking whether we're going to be flying to Australia to the Australian Trophy Indian series. I'd love to do that. That's next year, isn't it? When's that again? That's
yeah, next.
I'm serious, guys. We're going to India. We're going to watch the IPL. That's it.
We could do live shows over there.
Can I do the head wobble too?
George, with that? Not George, sorry. Michael, with that bloody grey beard, you look like, I don't know what you look like. But George, don't you reckon that it looks like Anastasia's going to heaven with the lights behind him?
I know. I was looking at it. You got a rave going on there afterwards or something, mate.
It's a brothel.
It looks like he's sitting in.
Where's Amy? Where's Amy? Is she ready? Where's she? She got a.
Right outside to pick him up.
She's in the bedroom waiting for me.
Oh, I feel feeling sick now.
Oh, no, that's
Oh, I'm feeling woozy. Oh, okay.
woozy.
Anastasia, stop talking about your sexual exploits. It only takes about 3 seconds to talk about them.
That's all right.
It only takes 3 seconds to do as well.
All right. South Africa playing India in the T20. Who cares? No, I shouldn't say it.
Nah, India will pump them. Let's be serious.
You know, I absolutely hate South Africa for some reason. I can't stand them. They annoy me. I can't watch them. I just don't know. There's something got this real thing about South Africa.
But what is it that you don't like? Because they're green and gold.
He doesn't like the women.
Yeah,
That's true. Well, I can't say that. What are you talking about, George?
I don't know. They're not Indian, they're not Pakistani. They're not bloody Sri Lankan.
Oh, well, that's true. They're going to be Indian, Sri Lankan.
Hang on, they have some beautiful women over there.
Where?
Giuseppe, you've got a.
True story, Giuseppe.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do, mate.
Yeah.
Harry, how do you know?
I know more than you.
Aren't you married to Mary for 35 years now?
I'll take it easy.
isn't it 20? What is it? 20-something, isn't it?
28. I got all you covered. All of you guys covered, mate.
I don't think 28 and 35 are that different. Anyway. All right, okay.
ISIS.
Now, we must talk about, we talked about IPL nothing. Let's move on to England. Have you ever seen the managing director, the CEO, the coach, the assistant coach, the captain all depart?
Well, they needed to. They had to go because that was shit. What they did in Australia was terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a disgrace.
from the first test, picking that side
Yeah.
was just stupid. And someone had to take a bullet, and they all needed to take a bullet because they all agreed on what they did in that first test, so they all had to go. But
You
there
know
were
what?
the good things.
Not in the first test, all the tests, George.
Yeah, but it started with that first test. Like,
Yeah, but-
really.
They got it right in one test, mate, and they were in the game.
But,
And you know what? You know what? Everyone said the same thing about that first test match. They picked the wrong side. Everyone else saw
They
it.
did.
They never saw it. How do you not see your own team?
Mate,
Yeah,
and it's the first time they played there. Like, they know. Like,
yeah, of
At the
course.
end of the day,
Right.
the fish rots from the head.
You lose the first
Yeah.
test match in Australia, very hard to come back.
It's gone.
see from the
So-
government. The
Except
government.
for India, except for India.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
That
why I didn't
was the
say.
last test they won here. It was the last test. It wasn't the first test.
Were you there, George, for that test?
Which one? Here? Against India?
Yeah.
No, I was working.
Yeah, but see, India had their C side. I think we had our D side, yeah?
We had our A+ side. We were terrible. Like, they just thought they could roll up in Brisbane and they were going to win.
I think
Yeah.
our arrogance, you know how they say Australia's arrogant sometimes? That was
Yeah.
shown in that test series.
Although they were false confidence.
I reckon, hey, Michael, I reckon they're not as arrogant as they were, mate. Maybe that's why.
Read that.
They were terrible.
Anastasia, read that.
Oh,
Albie Juju.
More runs.
That'll
yeah.
be Juju.
How old's this guy?
He's probably 5.
Well, that makes it even more embarrassing, Anastasia. If he can beat you in all points and he's only 5.
Albie, you better watch. You'll end up with the bloody, what do you call it, at the judiciary again.
Yeah, I've been there before. I've been in 2 states, New South Wales and
Boys,
I've been twice.
Ashwin Karthik's asking, do you know Mahesh Babu? Who the hell's
Who's
that?
Yeah.
Isn't he on Seinfeld?
Who's Mahesh Babu?
No. Seinfeld.
I reckon he's related to Babs, Babu, same sort of thing.
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
I actually like Seinfeld, by the way. How good is that for a show?
Very good. But
Very much
getting back to England, that's the best thing they could do is get rid of everyone and start again. They've got a new coach
Yeah.
who'll make them play a certain way and will be entertaining to watch. Not fucking,
I think so.
not terrible.
They got the captain that will play the same as what the
the
coach
coach.
will play. Same.
Yeah,
You would think that's a perfect opportunity to play the same way.
Yes.
They're,
Yeah.
like, they're just a great fit. You know,
Yeah.
they're
I've
like
just
hand in
I've just
hand.
realised we've got 2 Italians on the top line and 2 Greeks on the bottom line.
Malacca in the left.
Oh, no, his nickname's Dope
Oh,
now.
how can I be the Malacca? Your name's Malacca. Malacca?
No, it's not. I can't read you.
Boys, I think we call it 2 Italian, 2 Greek, 1 dope.
No.
Okay, now I
It's
want to know this. Arun Singh, who's your
This is a
favourite?
good one. How good is this?
Richard
There is
Benner.
some good commentator around the world, isn't there? Like when you go to England, you tune into the English. You know, each country's got their own. When a home series.
What was that
Yeah.
guy from Indies called?
The chick that was in Sri Lanka.
Oh, stop it. No. West Indies, is it? From the West Indies. The older guy.
Oh,
Norm.
Holding.
No.
I know.
Before these.
Oh,
What was
Now
his
he
name?
oh.
If you
Shit.
Google West Indies commentator,
Because I know what you mean. Every country's got some iconic commentators, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the soccer. Every time you turn the soccer on, you hear the commentator and you go,
I
"Oh,
reckon
that's
it's Super Cromstock, man.
Martin Tyler, best
Martin
commentator.
Tyler, yeah.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't on commentating, you'd go, "Oh shit, is this the right game?"
Yeah.
Which idiot am I listening to?
Tony
That doesn't sound
Cozier.
right.
Tony Cozier.
Tony Cozier.
Yeah.
Tony Cozier.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
Ronaldo champion. Ashwin. Ronaldo, my friend.
Ashwin's asked relentless amount of questions, someone versus someone. I like David Lloyd. I love David Lloyd. I reckon.
Baggio.
Bumble was good.
Who's
Kerry
Baggio?
O'Keefe. I like listening to Kerry O'Keefe. He's funny.
Yeah. I
But
like
does,
Kerry O'Keefe.
does he do your head in when he laughs too much or not?
No, it's all right. But you know what you're getting with him. He's always, he's got to bring a funny side to it.
Gone. He knows the game, mate.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
doubt.
that's right.
He laughs. He
But on a
laughs.
serious note, I was
Is
I
this
really
your son?
liked James
Anastasia?
Warner's
I
commentator.
reckon it is. Very good. Michael Anastasia's son is called Oliver Lutkins, I reckon.
I like Oliver. Very smart man, Oliver. Very smart man.
Yeah. Just because he says he agrees with me doesn't make him smart.
Probably not.
Three minds alike, mate.
Here we go. Albie Juju's being honest.
No, he's justified Australian performance against India last attempt.
George, would you read it out properly? Don't mumble it. Read it out.
I'm just trying to work out. I'm just trying to work out how many World Cups India's won and Australia's won.
I'm
Anyone
trying to
know?
work out how long did it take you to read that.
3
3
clearly
days.
one more. Australia's clearly one more. We know that.
Yeah, okay.
But
Let's move
even
on.
saying that, how many times has Australia?
Okay.
How long has Australia held the number
Well,
one Test ranking?
Ugh.
We've only won one Test series in India,
Yeah,
or
but
2.
Okay. There was a discussion about Alex Hales maybe returning because now that Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum are back, Alex Hales was banished by Andrew Strauss and a bunch of others who didn't like him. Alex Hales was an amazingly talented cricketer. He was a bit rough around the edges, but he was a very talented cricketer. Someone of his stature, or James Roy, or those sort of players, England not only need for the short form, but they need for the long form. Alex Hales used to score big centuries.
hit the ball
Yeah, but
hard.
have you seen some of those scores in the county cricket? Like they're getting 5 for 600 or 7 for 700 and stuff like that. What are they? Are they playing on roads or something? Or is the
Callum
bowling that bad? Or what's the? I haven't seen any. I don't know the pictures, but like there's some massive scores being.
Yeah, what's
coming out in
happening
the
over
county.
there at the moment, George, is that they're using imitation balls.
Well, they were going to go away from the which ball do they use? The Duke. They were going to go away from the Duke ball because it just swings too much. So have they gone away from that, which is causing them to play on roads, and the ball's doing nothing, and they're finding out that their bowlers are shit, and the batsman can now just sit back and just pick them off at ease. I don't know.
No, from what I heard, they picked up Callum pitch and they moved it to England.
Sounds like it. Some of those scores,
Honestly, I think George is right. I don't know about the pitch, but to score that's not good for anyone's cricket. As a batsman, it gives you the
I disagree, Michael. It's good if you're going to tour India. That's what you're going to do. Bat.
Yeah, but even like
600 and 700.
Well, that's what they did. That's what they did in Pakistan, mate. And that is the worst cricket I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know.
See, I like that. That's my favorite thing.
I was looking forward to Pakistan. I thought it would be a good series, and there was too many runs.
I'm going. I can't stand it.
So I'm having some fun.
But
too much in favour of the batsman's not good for the game. It's not good for the game if it's slanted one way or the other.
It's good in days where, day one, okay, it was a bit green, bit for the bowlers, right? First hours, and then it was, it flattened out a bit, but you could still bowl on it and get wickets. Now, mate, they're roads. Seriously.
Mate, I reckon 300 runs should be the maximum you should score in a test match cricket game. That gives you a chance to win the game.
That's
300.
Mate, 300 is a good, even game.
Bat and bowl, you can both win the game.
Anyone can win it.
When was the last time?
When
was the last time Brisbane State
still winning
scored
games?
300? I don't know.
The day scored 40. We scored 310, I think.
More.
I was 400 and something.
There was 3. I was scoring, and it only came to 399 was the last time. We had to go to the next page, so we got over 400 that day.
Thanks, George. How much did Norm score that day, George?
I think he got a duck.
Again.
I scored after the game.
You were running home like a bitch.
I never got a chance because bloody Fatso and Dumbhead, bloody, well, they batted early on all day. They bloody didn't give us a chance.
I had a sore hand day too.
But,
All I know is 249,000 views. That's all I know.
Can you not put your head so close to the fucking screen? It looks bigger than it is.
Shut up.
you just stand in the kitchen and do it.
All right.
Anyway,
Okay. All right.
But,
Tim Payne comes up. Everyone still wants Tim Payne. He's gone.
I know. Tim Payne's gone. He's a pain.
Not even as coach. He won't even be a coach. Can't.
No.
As when Carthy starts talking about basketball, I'm not a big basketball fan.
yes.
Don't
Yeah.
care.
We do, but it's not big in Australia, is it?
No.
Well,
Owen Morgan and Aaron Finch, they keep saying they're overrated. Look, they both have won World Cups, haven't they, over the last few years? So you can't knock them.
Aaron Finch is not overrated, but he should have not been picked in the next. He should have been told to piss off. He's done his time.
Same
Move on.
with Warner. Warner's
yeah, he could go as well.
he's finished.
But unfortunately, they're going to have Aaron Finch as the captain, and they're going to have David Warner the team for the World Cup this year. They're not going.
But H, who would replace David Warner?
That young fella, mate.
McDermott.
McDermott.
Okay. So,
Yeah, mate. Give him a go, mate. Give him a go.
Okay, don't get upset. I'm asking a question.
No, I'm not getting upset, mate. Give the guy young fellas. You've got to give the young fellas a go, mate. Otherwise, you'll never prosper, mate.
No, look, we've already discussed this.
An example, the Bulldogs, mate.
We've already discussed this. We only debut players at the age of 35. That's what cricket does. Cricket Australia's always done that and will always do that.
Yeah.
Except for
how they
Cam
do it.
Green.
But
Except
at
for
the end
Cam
of the
Green.
day, say, for example, if they drop Finch and Warner, right, if they stop them, who would they put other than Ben McDermott? Who else would you bring in?
There's. Are we just talking T20s or one day?
T20s. No, T20s.
Well, you got that Max. You got Max Bryant. You got bloody
What's the wicket keeper? The young fella.
Kerry.
Not Philippe, the other one.
No, not Kerry. No.
Ryan Felipe.
English.
Ryan.
He's a great player.
I think you're right, though. I think it is time they need to get some young blokes blooded into the side because they are relying heavily on people that, okay, have done well in the past, but it's just not worth hanging on.
Well, you know the other thing. Sorry, Mike. You know the other thing. Remember when we used to play? They used to play 3 tests, and then they used to play one-day comp.
Yeah.
I reckon that's destroyed our chance to blood all the young fellas. Because we used to play like a 3-country comp, right? So they used to play how many games?
Yeah.
Triangular series.
A series? We haven't got that anymore. Now, where do they blood them?
Well, they used to play. Remember that they used to just bring out one team, and then there'd be Australia, England,
Australia,
right?
Yeah.
You know, but now they send our Australia overseas, and they'll go and play. They'll go on tour on their own. They should be playing against, our own.
Yeah.
You know why they stopped that? Because the country would support the Australian A side.
Yeah.
You know what? You look back at some of the players, and they were all-time Australian greats.
Hayden was in the Australian A team.
There was some good. Hayden was in that side. There were guns on that side. Langer, they all played Australia before they went to Australia.
That's true.
Yeah. I agree with you, and I agree with Arun Singh. I think Australia will struggle to defend their title.
No.
Oh, with the side they've got. Yeah, I think you might be right.
I reckon.
I don't think we're a shoe-in.
We're not a shoe-in.
We'll be lucky to make the top 4.
Yeah.
But playing a World Cup one year after the other is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Meaningless. Really, you can't do that.
Why did they do it? Why did they do
COVID. COVID was the only reason why. It was only because of COVID.
Yeah.
Money.
And
Yeah, money.
they got contracts with all the bloody television stations. They got to bloody keep with, so they got to get all their money, especially all those Indians.
When was the World Cup? How long ago? How many months ago was it?
Oh, it was end of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, end of last year.
Okay, well, we won the World Cup. Most of those players, the form outside of Aaron Finch, are still in breathable form, right?
Yeah.
So we should go into this World Cup as favourites, you would think.
Yes.
So we should be in the top four. But you might be right. People like Finch and a few others might be just over that hill, where they were good for that last World Cup, but now this World Cup, what happens?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
definitely.
Aaron Finch is still going to be captain in this year, I'm afraid.
Like, does Stark really need a gig in the World Cup, T20 World Cup? Really?
Well,
I love the last comment.
all right. South Africa a chance to win the World Cup? Zip.
No.
Zip. They are chokers big time. No hope.
Yeah. Nah.
IPL, BBL. What? It's rubbish. IPL, clearly. BBL's crap.
BBL, no chance.
That is going to be a great game. That's a really big. Actually, it will be. I actually think we might find that they're the finalists. That's my bold prediction for this World Cup. Those two teams, finalists.
That's actually going to. That would be. Imagine the atmosphere at that game. If you can get tickets to that game, that would be once in a lifetime.
It was sold out in minutes, apparently.
Wow.
And George is flirting with his partner. What's going on?
Yeah.
He's talking to Charlie.
Talking to my dog.
Good old Charlie.
Are you talking to the fan next to you, your only fan, the one that blows wind?
That's it.
There's George with his fan.
I don't reckon they'll be in the final. I reckon Pakistan might.
Let's just judge backgrounds. Michael's going to heaven. Giuseppe looks like he's in some psychedelic movie. Like, I don't know what's going on. Harry's the world's fallen. And George is with his one and only fan.
Don't you like my background?
I'm just describing. What's George doing? Is there an earthquake in bloody Brisbane? Or? Background, eloquent, stylish, character.
It's actually not smart to actually sledge all four of your best people on this podcast.
Yeah, people who only know what they're talking about.
That's fun.
I'm sledging backgrounds, not people, you goose. Seriously.
Stop putting your head in front. You scare us.
All right, AFL or NRL. Forget AFL's crap. Sorry?
Nah, AFL all day, every day.
NRL.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Finally, we've got some sense.
That's because he knows nothing.
And that doesn't say Norman's the god of pre-ejaculation's prediction, all right?
Norman's
Michael, I know you can't read. That doesn't say pre-ejaculation's prediction.
Norman's gay.
You get those lights from Bunnings, Michael?
Mate, you've seen the lights, bro. You were here only a couple of weeks ago.
I put them up.
Oh, nice lights. Is that from Bunnings? Yeah, bro.
That's not Deborah. Since when it's Debash, it's Deborah. Always thinks it's
Australia's going to lose every series they play.
Yeah, I do that.
Pretty true.
I'll bring Australia down.
You know why? Because he's German. They don't play cricket. You know nothing about cricket.
Yeah, they do play cricket.
I've actually played cricket at English and Garten in Munich, Germany. Thank you very much.
Really?
Yeah.
The C4s?
I played cricket back in the 90s in Germany against Italy. A team that was actually, Italy was coached by Martin Crowe. Oh, we weren't really Germany in Italy, but they were called that for the sake of the game. They had Martin Crowe as their coach.
You must have been fucking 16th man.
Harry, jealousy is just terrible when you're so jealous. It's just terrible, isn't it?
Hey, Michael, imagine if you were there.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we
it
go.
was
I would have
240
scored 240. Ooh.
He wouldn't be in my side, H.
He wasn't.
I wouldn't have picked him. I wouldn't have picked him.
Jealousy. Freaking jealousy.
I wouldn't have picked him.
Because you're not bloody.
I was ruthless.
You're a malaka.
These I've never seen a more jealous bunch of guys. It's terrible. Okay. All right. So we've talked about RPL. We've talked a bit about England, about the changes that they made to the side. We've talked a bit about Australia. But let's just cast our minds further down the track. If we go to India together, who will get mobbed more when we enter the gates of
No, because you're the biggest.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, then they'll get more of a.
I
They'll
am
get
the
a
biggest
feed out of you.
You're the man.
Oh, okay. Doofus, would you say something intelligent, please, for once? Just to have the conversation. Doofus?
You're the star of the show.
You're red.
So who's going to get?
There we go. Robert M's come with something. Hey, Norman, they should give a Roy a state funeral like they gave. I think a great point. Why not?
Well, they're going to have it in Townsville because he's not in Brisbane. He was in Townsville. So for a start, they're not going to use the Gabba. They're going to use the football stadium up in they've given them the option for the family to do something, but whether the family takes it up, I haven't quite heard. So the Gabba's not there. They might do a memorial service at the Gabba or do something like that, but the funeral will be up in Townsville anyway, so it won't be in Brisbane.
How
Can I
sad,
ask a
really.
question? Yeah, and you might know this, Norm. So he
Probably
was
doesn't.
married, but he was in Townsville and his wife and kids live in Sydney.
Yeah, there was a rumour they weren't together, to be honest with you. There was a rumour they weren't together.
Who the hell's Robert M? Hang on, no, sorry. Ashwin. I have seen Norm playing cricket in TV. He was the best puller at those days.
Can I ask, Norm, are you sure you're not typing all this stuff? It's not you asking these questions?
Norm, you've been lying. They play.
Yeah, again, that's all signs of a terrible level of jealousy, guys. It's just terrible.
No, hang on. It was only
You don't write that. Giuseppe says, Norman, did you write that? I'm not Ashwin Karthik. How can I write that? I'm not Ashwin Karthik.
Are you sure? Because last week you were claiming that I was Ashwin, or he was my mysterious brother.
Only because it's talking about Manchester United, that's all.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm not Ashwin. I'm more likely to be that other fellow because I like the name, actually. What's his name again?
I think Ashwin's
Juju. Huh?
Ashwin's been drinking again.
I think so.
No, Juju. I've played on the MCG since I've seen you guys last week. And the SCG.
Yeah, right.
There we are. Albie Juju. See, anyone that starts a sentence with, to be honest, you know he's a good guy. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I say.
Oh, yeah.
Can we make out the photo on Albie Juju's photo? Can you see Albie Juju's photo? What's that picture? Is that a picture?
Oh, Jesus.
God, he's a porno star.
What?
I think he's a porno star.
That's terrible.
That's what it looks like. Have a look at the picture.
Oh, look at Robert M. Michael, I'm a member of Norman's channel. See?
Michael,
This is
I'm a
becoming
member
very
of Norman's-
catty.
Robert, don't worry. They're just jealous of you now as well. It's all right. It's okay.
It's very, very catty.
No, I mean, Robert, hang around, mate. You'll learn more from us four guys than you might have.
Oh, are you saying that I was bullshitting the whole time? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I'm not a bullshitter, but you'll get some good shit from us. That's all.
We know what we're talking about.
Viewers, I'll just digress for a second. Viewers, don't be worried about this. It's one of those situations. All right, guys. Back weekend. That's right. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
We should make up our own channel name.
Go ahead.
Hey, next time he puts his head in,
You've been-
eat him. Fucking hell.
So you don't reckon that they will do a state funeral, George?
Well, it's up to the family whether they accept it or not. So I haven't heard. I do know that that was offered to them, but whether they've taken it up or not, I'm not sure. I
So
haven't.
they might do something like they did with Warney, where they'll have a private family funeral.
Possibly. I
And
still
then-
haven't. I haven't sort of caught up with the news because I was out tonight, so I don't know whether if they've said anything about any of the toxicology reports or anything like that at all, or how they think it might have happened. I still think it's probably he fell asleep. And
I tend to
it's
agree
pretty-
because I was talking
pretty
to my
sad.
brother, and he said he knows that road quite well, and he said it's not anything unusual. Like it's not a road where
It was over a bridge, wasn't it?
No.
it's just on the road. I reckon he's either fallen asleep or he's had a few too many, and he's just fallen asleep.
Yeah, you know what I said to Harry too. We don't even know how much is a true story, and also how dangerous. With all the rain we've had, I don't know what you guys in your area is, and I don't know what that area was like, but there's potholes everywhere.
Oh, yeah, but
You
someone
weren't
who-
even seeing it dark. It was dark.
yeah, it was late at night. But in saying that, he knows that he's driven that road 1,000 times. So it's not as if he didn't know the road. You know what I mean? It's like you driving up around the back of home from work or something like that. You know the road. You know if there's a pothole there, you know there's a pothole there. So it wasn't raining in Townsville. I don't think that weekend. It was quite dry. So it's not as if there was the weather was a concern. It was operator error. So whether that means he fell asleep at the wheel, which is probably because late at night he'd probably been out fishing or what have you, a few early days, and he's probably just nodded off and at the wrong time.
All
That's
right,
my
guys.
opinion. That's my opinion. That I don't know.
Can you just look at Oliver's message, Norm? I agree with him.
I think that's, to me. Look,
Ashwin, Norman hates everyone. He is jealous now.
I can't see him.
you'd have to look. We can talk about the death of Shane Warne as well, can't we? We don't really know what happened there. We don't have the.
Well, we do. His body can't take bloody going on bloody fad diets, and his heart gives up.
What an idiot. The
Yeah.
guy was an idiot, mate. He should have stayed here, put himself out, and then go.
Well,
Yeah, he should have. Once he had a heart problem, he should have stayed in Australia, mate.
He was
God,
having no problem.
Ramesh Raja has never hit a 6 against Australia, but now he's PCB boss. So you have to hit a 6 to be the boss of the.
What's that got to do with the price of eggs?
Oh,
Well,
I'm-
it's pretty expensive at the moment with inflation.
mate, even bloody
Here we go.
passion fruits are $1.50 each.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go buy a passion fruit, mate. I give them away for free, and they're selling them $1.50 at the shops. Bloody hell!
Well, you should be selling for $1.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Matthew Jilks is a young guy. Australia should try. Yeah, his name has been bandied about.
Who's he play for?
New South Wales, as far as I'm aware.
See, you know what's funny? We watch the Australian cricket and whatever. We still don't understand some of the. This would never happen years ago. We would know the Australian players. If you were
That's
playing
true.
New South Wales, Queensland, we would know who they are. We got no idea who half of these players are. For you to say that, I've got no idea. I got no idea who that guy is. That would never happen.
So that's a great point. State level Sheffield Shield used to be the mecca of see players coming on. Guys,
That's
he said we wouldn't have a guest person come on tonight, Michael. For the last 5 minutes, you want Alan Mullally coming on? We're all here.
What?
Would you like to have Alan Mullally join us?
When? Now or next week?
Yeah, now he's here.
If you want, put him on.
Put him on. I just got to go get my charger because I'm.
Okay. Alan,
Gonna die.
you're in the darkness, Alan.
Just bear with me.
Now, Alan Mullally's here, and he has played, of course, with Shane Warne. He's played with Andrew Simon. Did you play with Dean Jones as well, Alan?
Dean Jones, I'll tell you a story if you want to later on.
Sure.
Now in the show. Oh, brilliant.
But you've played with the Shane Warnes, you've played with Andrew Simons, haven't you, at international level?
I know I didn't play with I played against Andrew Simons, and you know what, my heart is still breaking. I mean, gee whiz.
Yeah.
Rod Marsh, Shane Warne, Dean Jones, and a friend of mine across the water called Eggleston died of brain cancer a few months ago.
He played county cricket, didn't he?
I think he played 1 or 2 games for England
as well. Do you remember the name Eggleston, Michael? Okay, let me introduce Alan Mullally. Of course, played for England. Well known to the show. He's been on many times.
And Norman, I had a haircut for you today.
What?
I heard a laugh there somewhere.
Don't start these guys off. Let me introduce Alan. This is Doofus.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Let me introduce people. Alan. So this is George Pasaris next to you. Meet Alan.
G'day.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Then next to him is Harry Tombaris. Meet Alan.
How you going, Alan?
You right?
Yeah, good, mate.
There you got Giuseppe Terrano at the top there. Should we call you Spider, Alan, or not? You want me to call you Spider?
I've been called Spider since I was about 13 years of age.
Why'd they stop?
Long arms and legs.
So Giuseppe, meet Alan.
G'day, Alan. How are you?
G'day,
And then Alan Mullally, would you meet Michael Anastasia, better known as Babs? Ask him why he's called Babs, Alan.
Why are you called Babs?
Mate, nice to meet you firstly. I don't have that shirt on, but it's stupid Norm's comment. Blue and black shirt.
Now, before
was
we
actually
go
a comment-
anywhere, chaps, Norman, can I
Yeah.
please just do something? I have had the most amazing rock concert.
Don't put music on because they'll block the video. Don't put music
on speaker.
Take it off.
But do you feel the same?
Oh, Alan, stop it. I'll put the
I was on the phone to some friends of mine in a place called Malahide
Alan, they'll block the video. Put it off. Quick.
in Ireland, which is where my family comes from. So I've been having a right rock concert around here in my house here. Just to try to get my head around, Norman.
We've been on for an hour and a half. So, okay, guys, fire a question away at Alan.
I got a question for you. How tall are you?
6'4.5" on a good day.
Okay.
On a good day.
It's just interesting how
I need to try and switch things over.
That's all right. While you're doing that, I'll have a bit of a chat. It's interesting how, like cricket, short guys are normally batsmen and tall guys are normally bowlers. It's just interesting how the dynamics of someone is either a bat or a bowler based on height. There's not many good batsmen that are 6 foot tall, and not many good bowlers that aren't over 6 foot.
Oliver Ludwig doesn't think so.
Malcolm Marshall was pretty good.
That's the only guy
5'10".
you can play. Yeah,
But
Malcolm Marshall, but that's a freak, mate.
Malcolm Marshall was what you would call freak.
Yeah, look at everyone else. Look. I'm sure Jimmy Anderson's 6'2". Broad's got to be 6'4", probably. That's 2 pommies. What about the Australian guys? Stark's got to be 6'5", 6.
I'm not that tall.
Norman, I need to try and switch onto my iPad.
Alan, get on camera. We can't see you.
What about Gladstone Small? He wasn't very tall.
Oh,
Yeah, no neck.
No,
but you're talking 10.
If he stretches his neck, that he would be 8 foot.
It's 10% of bowlers are under 6 foot. The rest are all over.
Yeah.
Norman, I'm trying. Can you send me a new link? I'm trying to get this done onto my iPad.
Where do you want to put it? Where do you want to send it?
I want my phone. I want to get to my iPad.
Okay. So, what do you want me to send to you? In WhatsApp or your phone number?
It's there. StreamYard done. Oh Lord.
Where do you want it to you? Your phone or what?
No, on me or Messenger, and then we'll have a laugh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, now what?
Facebook or not?
StreamYard.
Alan Mullally, by the way, is good friends with people such as
How the hell do I
Mike.
StreamYard.com?
Hello, what's that? What's that? The soccer team?
I hate
Who are you following the EPL?
you see the shirt in the back.
Hey, Alan, what are you doing? Who's on your wall? Who's on the wall?
Pardon?
Who do you follow in the EPL?
You know what? I've not kept an eye on it.
Really?
Just hang five with me, Norman. I need to send the link. What do I do? It's my fucking computer is now a pain in the ass.
Stop swearing, Jesus.
Flipping,
he's worse than us.
Norman, flipping and fecking. I've got this here.
So Alan Mullally's good friends with the Rolling Stones.
Alan Mullally was born in Western Australia.
It's locked.
Is that-
What the hell?
Is that correct?
I was not born in Western Australia, by the way.
Overview. Former English first-class cricketer who played Test and ODIs for England. Grew up in Western Australia.
I'm trying to sort this thing out, Norman. What's going on my iPad?
I don't know. You plugged in your ass or something. What have you done with it?
Mullally is 6'5".
On a good day.
Yeah. Last Test match in Australia in 2001.
That shirt's bad.
Alan, do you want me to put you on? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send it to where? Don't show me on your computer. Where? On your phone, or do you want me to do it?
Maybe on my iPad.
Yeah, but what do you want me to send it to?
.com. It's just annoying me. Hang on. It's coming up blank on there.
All right, we'll keep reading our stuff there, Michael. That's good. Read it out.
And have played for Australia under-19 side. Is that correct?
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. 1987. 87 was a great year. If you support Manly in the rugby league, we won the grand final.
Oh. Seriously.
Norman, just bear with me, chaps. Just bear with me.
That's all right. I don't hear that. I love the accent when you say chaps.
His phone probably went flat.
So they classified you as a left arm fast medium. Is that about right?
Well, I might question that, by the way.
Okay. Bit quicker, you reckon?
The doofus is back here.
I'm back.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's just Alan, go on mute. Alan, go on mute while we're talking because it's playing back.
That'd be an interesting test like it versus India, 1996.
So Harry, you don't remember Alan, do you? Do you don't remember much of his stats? Do you remember as a bowler?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Left arm quick, mate. Yeah.
But Alan used to get out very regularly. Used to get out Adam Gilchrist. He had 10 Gilchrist measure.
No, he was my buddy.
Who, Gilchrist?
Oh yes.
Did you ever tell him that? I would have.
Yep. Oh God,
Yeah.
yes, of course I did.
Yeah. And does he laugh about it?
Yeah. 6 out of 7 times off pole, middle pole, leg pole. Thanks for popping in, Mr. Gilchrist.
Oh.
But Alan's good mates with Steve Waugh. He's good mates with Shane Warne, who's now passed. It's quite a sad. Alan, what are you doing to your computer, for God's sake? Would you stop freaking around with it?
So is Alan? You're in England now at the moment, right?
Pardon?
Are you in England right now?
No, in Perth.
No, he's
You're
back
in
in Perth. He's in Perth.
Okay.
So Alan, if you look at some of the bowling of Alan in replays, you see him take Gilchrist's wicket. He's put 3 or 4 in and then 1 away, or 3 or 4 away, 1 in. He used to have his measure.
31.2 test average, 27.4 in ODIs.
Yeah, but you know what? If we were managed properly, it would have been down into the low 20s.
You reckon? And when you say managed, why is that?
Pardon?
When you say managed, why? What do you mean by managed? As in body managed?
If we were managed properly, then me and Goffey. You know what? I think. Well, I know for a fact. I've been there, done that. Darren Goff is a far superior fast bowler than Anderson.
Really?
Far superior. Absolutely. And Andrew Caddick, well, Broad could not tie his shoelaces.
I actually like Andy Caddick. I thought he was a freak. I thought Andy Caddick was a very good bowler.
Wasn't he a New Zealander though? How come he got to play for England?
He's a lovely young man. Young man. Do you know he can fly a helicopter?
Really?
Who's that Caddick?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No,
He had
a pub somewhere, and I tell you what, he had the biggest ears in the world.
The biggest, Alan, the biggest what?
The biggest logos.
At least you didn't say he had the biggest something else in the world.
Michael said he hasn't got anything the biggest, have you, Michael? Nothing
He
big
was
on.
great as a badger at the age of 20.
Yeah.
I reckon. Caddick
Alan,
had
who's the best- Who's the best looking on this panel, on your eyes?
Pardon? Who's the what?
Who's the best looking player?
Well, we know it's not you, Norm.
George, I didn't ask you.
Yeah, you got him.
Honest. Alan, who out of us
And
5 other guys?
Just quickly, chaps. And Norman, I've been quite serious now for a second. It's breaking my heart. Now, Norman, you know how close I was to Shane Warne.
Yeah.
And Rod Marsh. A friend of mine's up in Queensland near Townsville, and he's at the site where Simo did his thing.
Oh, shit.
They reckon there's loads of flowers. A good friend of mine, and he reckons he was doing 100 k's an hour. And the latest news is that he tried to dodge an animal, which could be a kangaroo or God knows what.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and he's just plowed into a tree.
Yeah.
It's
Sad,
heartbreaking,
very
man.
sad.
But just to let you know, Alan helped me get Steve Warren on my show last year. Remember that, Alan? He did a great job doing that. But then we were planning, he and I, to get Shane Warne as well, weren't we? Prior to his
So we had plans for Warney and Wazim, and it's heartbreaking. Mind you, Warney did have the worst diet of all time. He lived on a bad diet, Red Bull and Viagra.
Is that all he used to eat? Is that what he used to have? That was it.
Well, I can't tell you the whole lot because that's what me and Norman going to do.
No, that's yeah. But it was that bad, like as in up and down like that.
Alan, I'll ask you a question. You were sick before you left here after that holiday, mate. Why didn't you been sick after you left?
Pardon?
Why didn't he get checked out before he left Australia? He wasn't well before he left, mate.
Do what?
Warney didn't check himself out before he left Australia on that holiday.
He wanted to have. I spoke to him about 2 weeks before.
Yep.
Shit happened.
Mm.
He wanted a year off.
Right.
And his manager said, "Oh no, you can't do that because I'll forget who you are." Last time I checked, Don Bradman, I know who he is, and I know who Viv is.
Fuck
yeah, he just wanted time off to just be Shane Warne.
Yep.
But he also did play out as well.
Yeah, like a second-hand lawnmower, mate.
Hey, wasn't there a rumor to say that Andrew Simons was going to take up a gig with Shane Warne?
Pardon?
Andrew Simons was going to go and do a coaching gig with Shane Warne.
Well, there's rumors everywhere, man.
But that's actually true. He was going to play. He was going to be involved with the London Spirit. You're right.
Yeah, I heard. And Shane Warne was going to pay for Andrew Simons out of his own money.
Correct. Guys, just to let you know, Alan and I talked with Dennis Silly not long ago. Steve Waugh. It's amazing Alan's likability to a lot of the players of his era, and he's well liked.
Unlike you.
George, you have to put your.
I'm trying to sort stuff out around here, man. Okay.
Hey,
right,
Alan,
guys.
Where's that delete
I can
button?
hopefully transfer my phone to my iPad. Looks likely.
Hey, Alan, what do you think of the new English side and the new captain?
Pardon?
The new English side that's been announced and the new captain Stokes.
You're good friends with Chris Silverwood. You
I
know
met
him very
Ben
well.
Stokes. Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
They've sacked everybody, by all accounts.
They have.
But then, what about the new coach? Do you think the new fit for good fit for England?
Who is the new coach?
McCullum.
Who?
Brendan McCullum.
Yeah, well, just because you're good at cricket doesn't mean you're good at what you do. Okay, Norman, I'm going to try and sort this out on my iPad, if you don't mind. StreamYard.com. It keeps coming up blank.
I don't know. You're on screen now, Alan. Alan, don't worry about it. Alan, just don't worry about it. Stay where you are. It's all right. So, but Alan, you were good. The only thing is, we mustn't forget that you were very good friends with Chris Silverwood, weren't you? The previous coach.
Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely, lovely guy.
So Alan may be a little bit prejudiced because he did have a lot of connections with Silverwood, who's no longer the coach. Who is now coaching where? Where is Chris Silverwood coaching now? Do you know, guys? Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka.
Oh,
He's the new coach of Sri Lanka.
Good luck getting paid from those guys.
There's no money.
No, Spoon. His nickname, by the way, is Spooners.
I am reading the bloody comments ushering his cartoon. I thought you loved me a minute ago.
He's moved on from you.
Hang on,
Bunch of boomers.
We're here. We are here, Norman. We are here.
Get rid of the foot. Okay, hang on. There we are. Yeah, good. There we are. All right.
Technology.
That's better.
I know you, and you, and you, and I know you. I
That's
can
better.
see.
You can see.
Hey, guys, there's a film, Norman, you know it, called, oh, God, what's it called? Trading Places.
Yep.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I can see. I got eyes. I can walk.
Michael Anastasia. Slowly, you must be slumping into your chair because I'm saying
I actually just try to picture Alan. That was all. You know when you see someone, you reminisce about as a childhood, at their best and that type of shit. That's what I'm doing right now.
You know what, guys?
Thinking about me.
The past month, it's been crazy. I want to show you a photo, if you don't mind. Just bear with me.
He was good mates with Bob Marley. He was good mates with Mick Jagger. He's good mates with. Alan was organising to get Shane Warne on the show. Would you believe? Only a matter of a week.
I'll show you something. Alan Mullally's first Test wicket versus India.
That's right.
Looks like a white screen today.
Ah,
Yeah, you can't see it.
can't see it. That's your first Test wicket versus Birmingham.
Look at that photo. Look at this photo, guys. Look at this photo.
Who's
Close
in
that.
that?
That's
We got
him.
Shane.
Alan, Shane Warne. Who's the middle one then?
Dimitri.
Okay.
Who's that?
He was Alex Demetrio, whatever. The
Dimitri
guy.
Greatness, Norman.
I'll raise this.
That's the magic.
That was at Hampshire.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard for me at the moment with warning stuff. I'm going to show you a photo. Who likes the Rolling Stones?
Who doesn't?
Mick Jagger.
Well,
They didn't play that in
Yeah,
Italy.
pretty much.
They didn't play Rolling Stones in Italy.
Giuseppe
Michael on
likes
stage.
the Rolling Stones, actually, man. Okay, I'll tell you what, Giuseppe, sing me a song. Woo-hoo!
This is not bloody Star Search or something.
Woo-hoo! Giuseppe, come on, I'm going to show you a photo.
Countdown.
Woo-hoo! Can't you guess my name? Giuseppe.
Giuseppe can't sing, can you?
Okay.
Woo-hoo!
Life.
I'm tone deaf.
Mal,
Hey.
come on.
Hey, Alan.
Bad.
Alan, I want to ask you a question. Who did you find the most hardest batsman to bowl against?
Norman Kochnik.
I need to really think about that. I'm looking after my mum, and I talk about cricket a lot.
Yeah.
And I was watching videos of Viv, who's a friend of mine,
He's my
really good friend of mine.
all-time favourite.
The hardest batsman to bowl against. Well, I don't want to be big-headed or rude or ignorant or arrogant, but I kind of like to be okay myself. It was fun. Gilchrist and Mark Waugh were kind of like easy to get out. Viv, I couldn't get out because he was my hero. Who's the hardest bloke to get out?
Sachin, you said.
Brian
You have to
Lara.
bear in mind, I was ranked number 1 in the world at the time there. All I'm going to say is, who are the most entertaining batsmen, I think? If you narrow it down to Viv, my hero,
Sachin.
then there's Sachin and Lara.
Yeah.
Lara, I thought
Who do I
Lara's
love?
Lara's my favourite.
Bat the most. Lara.
Lara.
Yeah, I love watching Lara bat.
Do
Even when I
you
bowled
think-
him, I love watching him bat.
Did you think I look at that the guys that you mentioned? Viv was really the master blaster for a reason, but I remember you look at Brian Lara as a batsman. He used to be able to. I know Tendulkar wasn't too bad, but Lara was the only bloke I remember who actually was able to put Shane Warne away every time they played.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lara and Tendulkar.
Yeah. Not many guys could do that.
Two guys who had his number.
Yeah. Not many did, but yeah. And I remember in Australia, Lara would come out
And
he
Lara.
would put
Yeah.
away.
Wasn't
away.
scared of him, mate.
I look back on my career, which kind of like went back a while. And yes, I bowled to Lara at his best, and Tendulkar, and a few guys. But there was a certain man who had swagger.
The beard, mate. Oh, yeah.
So Lara and Tendulkar, just awesome. But in terms of the whole package, Viv.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this guy, Alan? There's a guy called Michael Anastasia. He got 240 at Callum. Have you heard about that? Apparently, it's the most memorable performance. Doesn't Lara, Tendulkar, but Anastasia.
It's got nice blues to it.
Watching this today,
We can't see.
just listen.
I'm going to get striking. Oh, God.
I'm not a cricket badger, but maybe I am. I was watching this today.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the Duncan Fernley. Hey, that was my bat as
I
a
was
kid.
just going to say, can you imagine Biff using
So
a
I was
bat
watching
today's
videos
bat?
all day of cricket in the West End. Michael Holding. What an athlete he was. Oh, my Lord. Colin Croft. Malcolm Marshall, 5'10".
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. I got it wrong slightly, but
You got it wrong slightly.
Oh, come on. He's an exception. There's not many
Hey,
guys.
Alan, imagine if Viv was using one of those bats they use today.
I said this. No, my mum loves cricket. The one
Yeah.
you know. There's no ground big enough.
He actually hit a ball out of the old Gabba room before the grandstands when he was playing for Queensland. Right off to Stanley Street.
Yeah.
That's a big hit.
That's why he's called King Viv.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try. Have you guys brought the DVD called Fire in Babylon?
Yes. Where we played against Sri Lanka like
Colin
Philip
Croft.
Mendes.
It's like a bullet. It's like a bullet, man. It can kill you. Yeah, I know.
Well, you see that now, like just in general with the 2020, the umpires now got to wear helmets. The way the ball comes back so fast.
Alan, Alan, your batting average wasn't 30 now, was it? Alan.
I don't want to brag, but I will for 2 seconds.
The umpires waited until the rain stopped. Then Australia's innings was reduced to 36 overs. There's a target score of
I miss these commentators.
instead of 179. One bowler could have a maximum of 8 overs.
Just
four
watch.
bowlers a maximum
You
of
sexy?
7.
Watch and learn, man.
There's Goffey.
Coffee got one. Oh, here we go. Oh, hello.
Ah, look at you had short hair. Look at that.
Michael, have you got a video of your cricket? Or...
You guys are seeing me in action. I'm okay.
You sure?
Hey, who's batting? Gilchrist.
Here's my buddy. Here's Mark War. Let's go. Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at the big mouth. All right, Alan. Just have me pull out your video of your Sri Lankan century, would you?
Look, the only thing I can produce are photos of me before and after the innings.
Bloody Australians were crap.
George, have you got any lawn bowl? George, you got any lawn bowl movies?
Yeah, Crackerjack too.
Alan, Doofus here, George Passaris. Apparently, he's a future Australian lawn bowl champion, I reckon. Future.
George. Oh,
George.
good.
Yeah, lawn bowls is the game of champions now, not bloody cricket.
I love that one.
I think it's bloody hard.
It is.
It's not. People think it's easy. It's not that easy.
It's a hard game, mate.
It's boring as batshit. Seriously.
It's a
Oh,
game of skill.
Hey,
People say that about cricket.
Alan, you actually played T20 as well.
Apparently so.
Yes. It must have been early at any of your career.
Oh, no. 2003 or 4, or 2, around there.
Yep, that's about right. 203, 204.
Against Lancashire. And this bloke called Mal Lloyd, an Irish Lancastrian, got down on one knee and swept me over 5 leg for 6. But before that, I walked out with Warnie and said, Warnie, what's this T20 shit? He said, Al, it's when they play funny shots. I'm like, okay, fucking great.
You know what's funny?
He did that, right? And I said, Warnie, come up here, boy. I need a word with you. What the fuck is he doing?
Blake.
I said, Warnie, I want 3 steps. I want a gully. I want a short leg. Watch me rock and roll. Next ball, pinned him. Dunk. Stretch out. I said to wait him.
Alan, can you make a comment about that? Alan, can you make a comment about Babs's lounge room there? What's going on the roof of his shop? Next to me, that one there. What's going on the see Babs's roof? All the lights. What's going on?
Right.
Not your room. The bloody Babs. That one there, Babs.
Hey, I'm looking at your batting average, mate. Test match batting average.
Don't even go there. Don't go there.
It's actually higher than Norman's, though. He already
Go there.
higher than Normans.
Say hi to
You
Mum.
know.
Hello, Mum. Don't even. I'm trying to change topic, Mum.
That's okay.
Michael, that wasn't funny. That was not funny.
I thought that's a thumbs up.
Thanks, bro.
My batting average.
Your batting average meant you're a good bowler, mate.
No, you can totally make it about batting. It was shit. I know.
Still better than Glenn McGrath.
Oh, he's got
What was McGrath's average?
2.
I think he might have me covered.
No.
Now, who was it the Kiwi guy? Who was the worst? Was it the Kiwi guy that?
Yeah, Morrison.
Morrison.
I know the
I
guy.
said
and
miserable
yes,
is the reason
he
comments.
was
Where's the
crap.
comment? I said,
Yes,
really,
it's got to
really
be
bad.
worse.
He was right-handed and he was shit.
He was terrible.
He was really bad.
Okay, just go back to Alan. Go back to Shane Warne and Andrew Simon.
Hang on, just quickly. When I toured here in 98, 99, I got 30 odd in Cairns, here in Perth, 24 or something. I thought it was like Viv Richards. And then in Cairns, I put on a post about 52. Had Andy Bickle, Kasperich, good friends of mine, Healy the keeper. I'm like, I'm an all-rounder. I'm good to go. Good to go.
Alan, don't get carried. Alan, you're getting
You know
carried
what?
away.
First
You're getting
ball,
carried
the
away,
Gabba.
Alan. You're getting carried away. You're
First
not
ball
around.
at the
Right?
Gabba, Glenn McGrath, bouncer, pull shot. Caught me on.
You're a bit late,
we Grant Gooch is that true as God, is our manager. He goes, Al, yeah. He's got a squeaky voice, Grant Gooch. All right, yeah. Al, yeah. Even the best of them have a look at it. Now, it's Grant Gooch, who's a seriously good player, right? And I said, yeah, he did me for pace. Oh, yeah, he's quite a good bowler, is Glenn McGrath. He did me for lack of pace. He looks faster on TV. First ball, duck. Whacker, pair. Adelaide got a 4 and then a duck.
The Himanshu
5 ducks
Rahela.
in 6 knocks.
So Himanshu Rahela wants to have Alan board.
Wow.
I gave up batting.
On the Lally.
My bats don't work. And they
You're
still
lucky
don't
you
work.
could bowl.
Pardon?
You were lucky you could bowl, otherwise I probably would have dropped you.
He wasn't in the team for his batting.
When,
So did you bat number 11? Were you number 11 or 10?
I got put from number 11 to number 10. Then Adelaide, I got promoted to number 9.
Oh.
After getting 3 ducks. Figure that one out.
But his 10 and 11 must have been pretty bad.
Oh, I was in tears.
Yeah, Norm. Hey, Alan, Norm used to bat number 12 for us.
To number 9.
Anastasia, watch out.
Hey, Alan.
Alan,
Norm used to bat number 12 for us.
Norm's a good
Bullshit.
scorer.
Bullshit.
Well,
They're all jealous. They're just
you know what?
seething with
I tried
jealousy.
and I had fun.
Well, you've done more than what we've done, mate. Trust you.
Not too hard.
Hang on.
I think it's hilarious.
He hasn't scored a century in Sri Lanka.
Have you scored a century in the subcontinent?
Like guys like, I guess, McGill, the leggy from here, Australia, and guys like Robert Croft, Dominic Cook, Nasser Hussain,
Yeah.
they take themselves very serious. Like if you say to me, Alan, you're batting shit. Yeah, I know. It was crap. I try my best. Was they would get really annoyed with that. Dominic Cook, you're batting shit. What? Who are you playing for? I'm playing for my country. You know, very defensive. Whereas me, my batting was rubbish, but I had fun.
Back it up with your
By the
ball.
way, I managed to hook. I managed apparently to hook. It's on YouTube, and I'm so proud of this. Why does the man grab a head and he took like Gordon Greenwich for 6?
Wasn't
he? Where's him a criminal? Yeah, where's Macaron? Off the knee, Gordon Greenwich for 6. Easy game, this one. In Johannesburg, Alan Donald. I always seem to bat with Goffey. God, it's funny. So Donald bounced me Joburg. I've gone 6. Thank you very much. And Goffey goes, Alan, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just hitting him for 6. Alan, he's going to kill you. It's going to be. Now I'm facing up, right? Thinking Alan Donald. That bouncer, by the way, was about 96 mile an hour. Don't do it easy. Something flies. Get out of here. Get it way out of my sight. I was ducking for cover. By the way. So I'm thinking, oh shit, you dead right. And Goffey takes his helmet off, gloves, boom, leans on his back, the big grin. Al, it's going to kill you. Thinking, yeah, okay, it's going to be a length ball, a bouncer, be Mallorca, blah. Just keep your head still, Al, and hope for the best. I got to about there and went whack.
Oh.
Joking aside, about an inch below where Phil Hughes got hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now appeal for caught behind. My bat's down here somewhere. I'm like, Donald, you can appeal for caught behind if I hit the ball. First of all, I've got to see the ball. That is true as God.
Hey, Alan, who do you, I guess, who would, in your time, who was the quickest bowler around, do you think? Just sheer pace.
Me?
Just
Me?
Besides yourself.
Okay, besides yourself.
No, I
yeah.
got clocked going to Lara.
Back in the 90s, I was pretty fast too.
I got clocked at 94 mile an hour, which is quite sharp against Brian Lara in Durham.
Yeah.
That game. The
94
quickest,
sharp. Yeah.
the thing is, we all have our days where you crank it up. Now,
Yeah.
Trevor was never quick.
Nah, he used to bowl.
Never quick. Alan Donald, where's the background?
Yeah, I
Patrick
thought-
Patterson. Oh, Lord me. I was 20 at Lancashire. He was rapid.
Yeah?
Oh, God. Patrick Patterson. Holy moly. He was seriously, yeah.
Do you rate him quicker than Alan Donald?
Oh, well, they're all quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Pato
But
was
Patrick
quick.
Patterson didn't have much of a test career.
Malcolm. Now, if you ask me who the 2 greatest fast bowlers of all time,
Yeah.
where's the McGrath? Malcolm Marshall.
Yeah, I think
And now
some
we're
of the,
going to have Dennis Lilly and Glenn McGrath and no.
yeah, but they're not dangerous though. McGrath wasn't dangerous, but Akram and Malcolm Marshall were dangerous. They could kill you.
I think. Well, Glenn McGrath's brilliant. Of course he is. I mean, they're all
Yeah, but he
brilliant.
wasn't. He's not
But
going to
he
kill you.
had a certain person down the other end who was fat and bald leg spin.
All right, guys, fire your last questions. We'll wrap this up soon. Any more questions? George, ask the question.
What for?
I reckon
not?
it's been, I reckon it's
Time.
north of the beach, mate. I reckon it's
Okay,
north.
Doofus, throw me a question from total left field.
Left field, okay. How come you grew up in Western Australia and played for England?
Ah,
And
good
played
one.
for Australia. How does that happen?
Yes.
Well, I was born in a place called Southend on Sea in
Yep.
England. We immigrated here when I was 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I went to the ranks here and etc. When I was 14, you can ask my mum.
Yeah.
At 15, my dad, God bless my dad, Irish father, he goes, son, what do you want to do when you get older? For a living. I'm going to play cricket for my country. So I did. So I
Okay.
jumped onto a plane when I was 8. I can studying engineering. That was
Yeah, that's
boring.
boring as batshit.
Oh yeah. And I jumped onto a plane and went to England to play cricket for my country. And I spent 6 years with Graham Gooch saying to me, "You're not English."
Didn't you play for Australia?
You played
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
under 19s,
And
yeah?
and Alan Border asked me to play for Australia when I was about 21 to move
Yes.
to Brisbane to play. But I'm English, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love Australia, but I don't know.
It's not home.
If I had my time again, I'd play baseball. Fuck cricket.
Oh, that's not true. What do you mean?
Now, I'm being serious.
Man United.
Well, I'm being dead serious. Just line her up.
Hang on, Ashwin's.
You would have been a pitcher.
I've answered a lot of questions. Just let me know.
Okay, so throw me one more question. Who knows anything about dragon fruit?
Yeah,
No, I grow passion fruit.
yeah.
Who?
We got dragon fruit.
Have you?
Yeah, he's on a farm.
That's
Oh my lord! Whereabouts is your farm?
I'm not on I have a bit of acreage, but I'm in northern New South Wales.
He's in Grafton.
the drug capital of the world.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
My cousin was a junkie.
We
In
have
Dublin,
we have the
Basket.
largest river
He,
that
My
flows to
cousin
the
died.
ocean.
Here's one for you. My cousin died years ago, about 1980. God, 1, 2, 3, around there, in a car crash in a place called Malahide. The Dublin Malahide Road into Dublin, which is where my dad comes from. He died in a car crash. He used to practice in the garage at my auntie's house with a certain band from Ireland.
Oh,
One of my favourite bands. Yes.
you too.
hang on.
What band comes from Ireland? That's the biggest band in the
You
world.
You too.
Yeah.
They're overrated.
Calm down.
So are you, George.
Calm down, Jordan.
They are friends. Seriously, they're friends of my family.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gone for
And
2
the
hours,
most
11
stunning
minutes.
girl I've ever met in my life.
Most stunning.
I would just say the most stunning girl I've ever met in my life. I will say nothing more. In London,
Norman
Naomi
Kochner.
Campbell.
Who?
Who?
Norman
Naomi
Kochner.
Campbell. I'll say no more than that.
Anastasia,
Campbell.
are you drinking behind that screen there? What are you doing?
Naomi Campbell.
Oh,
yeah.
now.
I like that look.
I will
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
no more than that, Giuseppe. Nothing more than I'm innocent.
No.
Get married.
All right,
Gotta be
guys,
careful
we're
with
going
drugs,
to
you've
start to
got
wrap up here.
Phones
We're
at you.
2 hours, 11 minutes, guys. So, okay, who's got the last question?
Just who hasn't asked the question? Mal, what have you asked?
Harry?
You have? Okay.
Harry, you asked the last question.
Throw me a question.
I asked you before and you don't follow it. Who's your EPL team?
Doesn't
I don't follow it.
How
follow
can you
it.
not follow it? Being a
I
pod.
don't follow it either.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Who do you think will win the IPL?
I don't know because I'm watching.
Actually, for
I tell
you,
what I've been watching. I've been watching on YouTube and on Netflix and that. A lot of music with Freddie Mercury. He was a troubled soul.
Yeah.
Who
They're
wants
highly troubled.
to live forever? He had a magnificent voice.
Yeah, he did.
Bent as a 9-bob note. Do,
Oh,
do,
Yeah, for
do,
sure.
do. Another one bites the dust.
I used to be a singer too back in my day.
Michael, that's probably worth ending the show on that discussion. What are your
He
thinking?
was just, I know it's not cricket, Norman, but he was incredible.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
no,
he
Michael.
was.
Okay, bloody hell.
He
All right,
was.
guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Spider.
Thanks.
I tell you, Alan.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
Thanks,
Good to
man.
meet you,
A lot of
sir.
fun.
Good to
We'll
meet
have to
you.
catch up.
That's a thumbs up.
Giuseppe,
All right,
you're
guys.
the man. You're sitting back and relaxing.
Just chill,
You
man.
haven't asked me one question about who's the biggest. Okay,
Okay, I've got a question.
Biggest
for you,
wanker.
Chris. Who's
Bad.
the biggest tosser you played against?
Oh, now we're getting it, Giuseppe.
Or with.
McGill.
Oh, he
Bill.
And
he's
Cork. And Cronje.
Oh, Hansy.
Yeah, Humphrey.
Yeah, he was a bit crazy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
guys. This is
Giuseppe, you got it in one. Dominic Cork and Stuart McGill.
he looks.
What happens, lads, is this, right? I'll be quite blunt. You dream and you believe and you get picked and you play for your country and it's all wonderful. But
all right. So Brahmano's got the last comment. Someone just show up. 3 Greek Sudanis, 1
Go
German,
through the roof.
and 1 Spider. All right, Guys, thanks for a lot for coming. Thank you, Alan. You've been great to have on.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks,
Our-
boys.
Two Italians, one German, and one
Oh,
Aussie,
guys.
and one Spider.
We're going to end the
Yeah,
program
bro.
now.
That's
Thanks,
who we
guys.
are,
Tune
bro.
in next week. Episode 7, same time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Sydney time, rest of the world. Good night. Stay on, guys.
All right.
Good
Good night. Good night.
Thank you. Good
Ciao,
night.
ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Buonasera.